Hello, my computer duders. You might notice I'm really loud. Let me know if I'm too loud. I don't know how sensitive this has to be. Audio quality should also be much better. I don't have noise gating figured out, so you're going to hear a lot of fans in the background because I'm constantly running filters in this dusty ass bedroom. But audio quality should be improved. Short Talk was so good as to gift me a boom mic, like a proper mic that streamers would use, instead of the shitty little desktop one I had before that I had to buy when the one built into my headphones conked out. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if it's better than how I sounded before, which it should be. The other one was like a Temu microphone. Is it good? That's maximum volume. It might be too loud. It's going into the red whenever I speak. Let me go start everything up. Also, let me make sure that for the first time ever, I remember to switch to Razer Neri. There we go. Usually, I don't remember to do that until the game started, and I noticed that audio is not coming out of the right hole. The sound holes, you know the ones. Go. For once, it fucking went without a hitch. That was unusually smooth sailing. That makes me suspicious that something else is gonna go wrong. Whoa, what happened? I was just tangled up in my chair. Fuck, come on, guy. Everything's snagged on everything else. Why can't more things be wireless? Bro, I got a buddy who swears by wired controllers. I don't understand him. He says they're lower latency. Yeah, but it's about trade-offs. You pay for convenience with a little bit of latency and complications when Bluetooth isn't acting right. Nothing's perfect. Keep it out of the red. Well, I don't know if I can. I guess if I lean back a little bit, is that better? That should sound fine. Alright, here we go. Here we fucking go! Yahoo! I kill your family. Mario never said that. Mario would never say that. Don't clip that. Nintendo's lawyers, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just joshing. Who was Josh? He must have been a jokester to have the act of joking named after him. Must have been a delightful guy. I'm getting no sound. Wait, There we go. I was worrying. I should trust in the heart of the cards.
Oi, Matty Dex here, card enthusiast and living store at your service.
So my symptoms have cleared up partially, but not completely, and I don't know what else to do besides vacuuming. If there's something I need to clean behind or underneath or scrub the ceiling, I don't know. It's frustrating. I've come this close to diagnosing and fixing the problem, but not to have succeeded. Alright.
Living in Fogwash Garden to the
How's
north,
that?
and the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill.
Good,
Who
good.
do you
Thank you,
think
Short
did
Talk.
it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war? Fascinating, fascinating. That's all I need. Thank you for your time.
Does that really decide the outcome? I sure wish I could jump. Something in this room is still irritating my lungs and nasal passages. My sensitive, tender membranes. It might be microplastics from years of drilling habitats in here. I don't know. Something I'm allergic to, I think. I still wake up congested.
Find Margaret Tuck lurking around here somewhere. She can tell you more.
Snuff out the lights in Mulgo Alley, and you'll find him
Mulgo
there,
Alley.
waiting.
Streetlight terminal. There we go. Aha. I'm stuck on something. That's not fair. Come on. There we go.
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth,
Washed.
I did too.
Well, the narrator's been watching me. That's a fucking Enderman. Or a Gimp.
Are you the Shadow Man?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe I'm stuck?
Let him out!
Does it fight this guy?
That may be true, but there is another truth. That if you're not afraid now, you should learn to be. Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war. He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. What do you call that? Leverage. You'd think you'd know not to assault someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides,
I have all the cards.
you don't have what I need. Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen.
That's a Gimp suit.
Sure. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets your turn. I care about mere fear. Before this war, I was the most terrifying thing in the world of random. Children would be afraid to whisper my name in case I came for them. And often I did. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they
It do be that way sometimes.
overindulged, forgotten. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that. I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. Silence! Don't insult me with your dirty lies. They may work on the living, but you can't deceive the Shadow Man. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard, or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
He seems like a bad guy.
Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man
Why are we helping him?
to end freedom
King's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task. But she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
That poor woman. Completely mad.
I beg your pardon?
Have you seen Nishka? That poor woman. Completely mad.
Oh yeah, the one with the memory problem.
You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry, what did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children, well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, it was such a shame, such a... I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects from... I'm sorry, Oh, if only I could remember.
Alright, so we gotta fetch 4 objects. What'd I tell you? I knew that...
That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine. We should all stop worrying about it.
Seems fine. Seems fine. Rob the Baroness. Oh, he left. All right.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Eden was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power?
He merely a little fella.
Eden suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
Look at this little dude.
It's the Count, ladies and gentlemen. The Count has won the road.
Baroness.
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's Dark Dice, but everything else I know. Hi there, I'm Tea-Time Dutzy. I used to be our late King's master planner. Hey, we don't choose our names, our parents did. Or nanny for every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next game. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen. Observation, my dear, which leads to knowledge. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the colossuses move. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No, only I see. By the order of Nane Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them, although I would be...
I stopped caring like 10 minutes ago. Oh, fast travel. Okay, so that's where we already were. Okay, so we can't go anywhere else. Really? What if I... Yeah, I'm just a little Willy Wonka Charlie puppet. I'm just a little British child. I don't know any better than to smother all of my food with beans. This feels distinctly like it'd make a better movie than the game.
The way you expect, does it? All with the whim of a dice roll. Hey, kid. You want to hear a story? Oh, good. There's a saying in Freetown. I was there in the first battle, the first time the triplets. Oh, I didn't hold anything back. But that's just it, isn't it? Never end. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All the whim of a dice roll. Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory while running away from the machines. I'm sure he's alive, though.
Deals here. Get your deals here. Deals here. Get your deals here. War's good for business. Everybody needs something in a war.
That's
that
true.
Means you can jack up your prices like crazy. Oh, why? I mean, jack up the deals on your prices like crazy. Everything must go, kid. I can tell you this much, kid. Everyone comes to trade with me, but everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone. You're darn right. Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone.
I can't buy from him, though. We just don't have those ones yet. Count Shmoo. That's one of the items we're looking for. Beautiful level design. Come on. I have 3. I do have slightly better cards. I also get more points than before. You know, I never streamed as any of the Oddworld games. I feel like if I've made a serious attempt to get into them, if only Stranger's Wrath and Munch's Odyssey, I might have a good time. I always like their juju, their style. That's everybody, right? Nope. Wish I'd kept my hammer. Please give me 3. I said 3. Damn, that's powerful. Now that I have enough points consistently to actually use that weapon, it's really handy. I'm glad I have it. The cards are not made equal. They confer extremely, very, very different advantages. This is not remotely a balanced game. I'm glad it's not an actual card game. What's good, Weeb? Do you notice anything different about the audio quality? How can he be in two places at once? I just saw you. It should also just be broadly better, although I can't do anything to fix the problem of fans running in the background nonstop. Short Talk was so kind as to gift me a proper boom mic like real YouTubers and streamers have. I remember FF8 throwing me for a loop because of how different it looked from FF7, because FF7 in some ways was like the earliest attempt on the PlayStation, and it had leftovers from when it was a 64 game. So like the chibi characters being untextured, for example. Whereas FF8 was the first one in the what I call new Final Fantasy line, where everyone looks like a real human. There's a lot more in the way of real-time 3D backgrounds instead of everything being pre-rendered. Although there's still a lot of that too. I also remember thinking it looked really beautiful for a PS1 game. Which it should have. It was a later game. I think FF8 and FF9 was also PS1. At its best, PS1 games still look really good. Yet indeed. Yet indeed. I also say yet. The old dungeon. Baroness's domain. I do want to see the Baroness. So my novel's really coming together. It's I'm in the home stretch, so all the pieces are falling into place, like I hoped, like they typically do towards the end, because I've already figured out where all the different story threads are going, how they're going to converge. It's like taking a big dump where it won't come out and it won't come out, and you can't force it, otherwise you'll rip your rectum and there'll be blood everywhere. You'll die of septic shock. You have to let it come out on its own time. But then when it does start coming out, it comes out really fast. So it's just slow going, and then all at once. Unless you eat sufficient fiber in your diet, and then I guess you poop like a normal person is supposed to. It do be like that though. If I didn't use shit in my analogies, it would be kind of like a like the legend behind the armadillo shell, where the armadillo was knitting itself a blanket. I forget why, but it did it very carefully at first, and then it had to hurry in the middle because I think winter was threatened to come sooner than by whatever spirit controls weather, and then when it was revealed that was a lie, it went back to carefully knitting its blanket tightly, which is why their shell looks like the way it does, which is not at all true. But nowadays, you get some humanities professor arguing that it's epistemic violence to say that that's a myth. That every culture has their own truth. It's a fun story, but it's also kind of how storytelling can be sometimes. If you're not careful about pacing and if you rush yourself. I'm trying not to rush, but I really want to be done with this story. It's a common criticism I get that my stories feel rushed towards the end, because very often by the time I reach that point, I've been writing for like a year. If it's a really long one, like Little Robot or Terminal Sunset or what's Necrobot, kind of less so. Terminal Sunset and Necrobot are more like long novellas than novels. This one's over 200 pages now. It's so long that it's starting to lag Google Documents, so I can't write on my phone anymore. I have to fight the urge to shoehorn more settings into the novel that I think would be cool to have, like Walltown. Also, because I'm pretty sure it's already been done in fantasy before, like a vertical town where buildings are constructed on a sheer surface of a cliff with like rope bridges between them. I'm sure that's been done somewhere though, so I don't want to steal it. And until I have a really cool idea for a setting, I don't feel terribly compelled to put it anywhere. I've got the concept for a lunar city designed to resemble a 1940s metropolis within a sealed lava tube that was constructed in the 1940s by technocrats, like technocracy, technate. And they have a secret ongoing lunar moon war between the technocracy faction and practitioners of Lawsonian religion, which would be called Nelegians. That would be like the mother of all deep cuts, since fucking nobody knows about Lawsonomy. Everybody knows about Orgone now. It's no longer esoteric knowledge. But it would be a play on the concept that UFOs are not aliens. They're breakaway factions of humanity. I'd also tie it into Francis E. Deck's schizophrenic ramblings about a gangster computer god operating a brain on the far side of the moon. Like an early concept of the Matrix. I could syncretize all those. I could make them all fit together. That's one of my most favorite things to do, is to take crazy, stupid ideas and then take them 100% seriously and write them in a way where they sound halfway believable. Like I did with the concept of Hollow Earth and Vril and the Eternal Mysteries of Vril, which is basically my fan fiction of Edward Bulwer Lytton's The Power of the Coming Race, which is about an underground civilization of superhumans responsible for every great civilization from history. Thought to be the Atlanteans and the Hyperboreans and the inhabitants of Lemuria and Mu. And I took it seriously and I tried to rationalize how that could possibly be true. It turns out that much in the same way that presuppositional reasoning makes anything possible if you assume an all-powerful creator, if you assume an all-powerful energy source like Vril, you can rationalize a bunch of ridiculous nonsense, like having Earth not be naturally hollow, but having been excavated from inside and maintained at its normal mass by Vril-powered gravity generators to hide the existence of the hollow interior. By a race of humans descended from Neanderthals who went underground during the Ice Age and who caused the flood common to the myths of many cultures in that area by accidents in their early experiments with Vril technology. It's really fun to take. It's like taking a 5-year-old's crayon drawing, if you're a really talented artist, and then drawing it super realistically. Have you ever seen those on like TikTok where they take a really talented artist takes their toddler's drawings, or some? I guess now they do it with AI, You can do the same thing with writing, taking some stupid bullshit and just filling in the details and explaining things in a way that sounds natural and plausible. That's my favorite. If you can call it a genre, that's my favorite genre. I kind of did that with Time Cube in one of my stories. But even I can't make heads or tails of World Ice Theory. That's just beyond help. That's beyond rehabilitation. Because shit's just not made of ice. I don't know what to tell Hans Horbiger. I'm sure he would have tried to have me killed. I'm quite sure that when I walk on grassy terrain outside that it's not a molecular variation on ice crystals, as he postulated. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to throw the dice again in order to make the robots move. Because that's what controls which area you can access at any given time. Nope. Manny sounds like he's going to touch my peener. And that he's secretly working for Larry. BRB, time to take a piss! That's the first time we've heard that in HD. But not far from the last. So, I do try to have my settings be characters in themselves and to be a major focal point. I love, because it's self-indulgent. I love world building. I just can't help myself. But I try to make it somewhat original. And you can't be totally original because there's nothing new under the sun, but you can take tropes that you personally enjoy that you'd think are underappreciated and don't get enough exposure. And you can mash them up in new ways, like Sonichu, but not R-worded. That's what I did with Crane City. That's what I did with Bridgeburg. Bridgeburg I'm kind of proud of. It's a container ship without any containers on it that's been beached in shallow water. Halfway underneath a suspension bridge that's only connected to land on one side anymore. And it has topsoil shoveled onto the surface of the bridge and the ship in order to grow crops in a place inaccessible to raiders, because only the land connection is where you can get actually on board. And the containers were suspended from the underside of the bridge by chains as housing, so to maximize surface area available for farming crops. And there's a little garden with like a hammock on the deck of the ship. So it's a Kino like location with lots of picturesque opportunities for characters to have conversations in the lower dump and have character moments with a pretty background. Crane City you already know about from prior streams. I'm really proud of Crater Town, though. Crater Town is, I think, the most unique. It's a crater in the desert, about a half a mile in diameter, that's been capped off by an organic membranous dome that unfolds into petals, giant petals like a desert flower. And it's iridescent, and it absorbs solar energy, and it seals the humid air inside. Because the inside is coated with living matter. It's a biotechnological enclave where they completely shunned technology as we know it and went in a different direction based on simulations that their predecessors ran centuries ago, at least 100 years ago, that showed that no matter how you try to enhance humans cybernetically, they would still lose to robots. Powered armor, they still lose. Cybernetics, they still lose, just slower. They just die slower. So they thought, why don't we stop trying to be better machines than machines? And instead go in the opposite direction and realize the untapped potential of biology. They call it hyperlife, where they're able to extract more performance out of life, not just by genetic engineering, but by not having it evolve under starvation conditions where it has to optimize completely for efficiency, and instead being able to engineer for performance under the assumption they'll always be able to access the nectar pods, which are like a superfood, super energy dense syrup that comes from like fruit, kind of. They have engineered organisms that perform various tasks like waste cleanup in the same way mitochondria do inside of your cell. It's like a macrocosm of a cell, with tarantula lizards eating all the trash and waste, and all the console, like they have TV screen types things, but called picture plates, but they work by having a layer of cephalopod, like cuttlefish skin cells, which already work kind of like a display for their living computers, which are brain powered. And they have a plant-based, it shares attributes with plants and animals. Not to cut the fish. They borrow very liberally from the genomes of all living creatures. So it's something I'm proud of from a world building standpoint. And it makes sense in the world because the larger narrative is one about machines versus humans and whether or not biology has any future. So this is kind of a breakthrough moment where the main character's religion, which is staunchly anti-machine, doesn't have anything to say about biotech, and he kind of is copacetic about it because he sees it as compatible with his worldview. They have really fun weapons too, like living rifles that shoot thorns or quills as ammunition, and the alt fire is either biochemical flamethrower or acid spray. They have living biodrones which resemble the helicopter seeds of like the ash or sycamore trees, you know the ones I mean, that spin in order to fly. It's fun. It's a fun setting. And the characters are named after nature gods, like Leshy, Cernunnos, Spriggan, except for Flora, the doctor. That's kind of on the nose. Anyway. That's where they're at now. They're in the Crater Town arc. It's like in One Piece, how every time there's a new arc, they get new costumes and weapons. The new weapons include a drill sword for Kairi, which she has to invent a new fighting style to use it because it is incompatible with traditional sword fighting techniques due to the gyroscopic forces and it's hard to divert its angle of attack once it gets spinning. But that's a strength and a weakness. If you work with it and take advantage of it, it can be a strength because it's also hard for your enemy to divert it. But it's not a slashing weapon. It's a stabbing weapon, like a rapier, which implies the existence of a rapist, but you're not ready for that conversation. Ramiel, his electrical staff fails to take down a demon in the Plague Lands, so he's like clearly this is not good enough anymore. We're running into robots that have insulation now. So I need to power up my staff. So he unites a spring box, which is like a graphene super coil that can be wound up 100 times tighter than a metal spring. So it is more energy dense by far. And he mates that to alternators. So he has a device that can output very high current for 90 seconds. And he plugs that into his staff. So whenever he needs an extra kick, he can yank out the restraining pin and it'll start the dynamo spinning. Vincenzo, the airship operator, gets the living rifle, but he has to draw blood from him because it's DNA locked to Leshy. And to authorize a new user, it has to sample their blood. It's cool. It's a cool arc. It also will work very well as a video game because a lot of the consumables they need, such as batteries, can be harvested from dead enemies and lenses. Because Terran has an electrical sword with two blades, remember, where one is negative, the other is positive, and it runs off of cells, which they get from dead machines. But it uses up an entire cell every time he discharges it. So he has to push a button which ejects the spent cell and then reload his sword. It's a reloadable weapon that runs on cells from dead machine demons. Which is totally something out of a video game or anime. It's kind of like ejecting a shell. And Kyrie's sword also runs on cells, so they're constantly throwing cells back and forth from her satchel. Like Elizabeth in Bioshock Infinite. Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
Someone has entered your ruin, castle, Your Grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy-pants brother who thinks he's so much better than me, sending their assassins to smother me in my sleep. But this count is awake and ready for you! You hear that, assassins?
It must be the paranoid count.
Your house of cards will never...
Anything I don't have? Nothing I can afford.
Go down when you've built it with Laddie's help.
Have I passed by any coins? Yep, I have. That's disabled permanently now. Cool. I haven't been looking for these. I should have been. I'll get more coins another time. Writing is so much fun. It's really, if you're a self-indulgent introvert, and you want to be the undisputed creator of your own reality, where anything can be different. You can even create your own laws of physics.
The Count? I love that guy. You don't? He's great. There's definitely no downsides to the man. Everything he does is so grounded and normal. normal to go even crazier because your imaginary friend Shmoo is missing. Now that's something I'll absolutely deny. I deny it. Okay, I gotta go. If we talk too long, someone might think we're conspiring. Can't wait until the queen rolls her dice and it's...
Oh, it's like North Korea. Oh. But I have your plush. That was dumb of me. There we go. There we go. All right. Now we just need a weapon. Zap to the extreme. Will this avail me? Not really. Is there an in-universe reason why they grow crystals from their armpits? I don't. I can rash on my balls sometimes. There you go. I got a feeling. This is a never-ending enemy grind. What do I have to do to end this? This is hectic. Is that it?
You're here to kill me, aren't you? And then die by your traitorous hand? Huh. Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl? That's exactly unlike you, mysterious interloper. I have been in battle. Every day, you're being obsequious. You're being kind because you want me to let my guard down. Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth. End it, How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today? This war is only heating up. What do I need? Everything! My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count... The third of his name, yes. He was stolen from me by the vicious Baroness, my meanie of a sister. Shmoo... Nishka, the only one I could trust besides my father. She disappeared when he was killed. She was the whole family's bodyguard. She was great. Or so I thought. Of course, someone, a little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken Colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me? Well, war bores me. It's just, oh no, this person died. Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended, and so that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you, well, I don't know what I've got like that. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal?
I have Shmoo.
The Count was an odd duck, and a paranoid duck too.
I was supposed to come here first. I did it out of order.
Now one step closer to triggering Nishka's memories, and possibly, just
I've accidentally done that a couple times already. You're right. You're not wrong.
Oh, Shmoo, you're back! You lovable little scamp! I should scold you. You had me worried to death. Oh, but I can't stay mad at that face. By the card makers, Count Shmoo the Third, you're back home with Daddy. You've done good here today, noble child. You've returned my Shmoo to me, which is just about the exact opposite of assassinating me. I'm forever in your debt. And now let me give you this finger. It's yours. I hope that, with it, you can uncover the truth of my father's murder. The crime scene. One of my servants found it there.
That seems suspiciously not decomposed. Oh, that looks like the Shadow Man's finger. It's like leather bound. You don't suppose it was the Shadow Man, do you?
Bold of you to be just running around.
I had the idea to do a medieval mecha story once, but that's basically what Escaflowne is. I guess I could still do it, but it would just basically be medieval steampunk mecha. There's also been a Atlas or FromSoft, let's say Atlas game like that on the Dreamcast, where it's medieval mechas that look like giant knights in armor. Hope that one's worth it. Hope that's not a waste of my fucking coins. I sure wish I had a guide on which ones are worth buying and which ones aren't. And now I'm just going for the widest variety.
Poor Eve. Hello, Ethan. You're not asking the right questions. You're still not asking the right question. My sisters, the children of the king, aren't the only triplets in Threedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, and like you, I feel like a part of me. Can you find them for me? That's not important. You'll know them when you see them. After all, you knew me. If you find them, tell them to meet me at the safe spot, over by the sword bridges. Find us there once we're all gathered, and I will have something for you. You'll find us among the teapots, in the trenches.
That way you only have to model one character. I see what you're doing.
Sir, 1,000 apologies, sir, but your mid-afternoon cake was burnt in the chef's oven.
A cake flop, eh? Oh, how delightfully decadent. I'll take the whole thing.
But sire, it's burned to a crisp.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion. Have chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him, and then you're safe.
Yes, sir.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show. And the horrors of war did sometimes bleed through the artifice the Duke had constructed. But if you ever noticed it, he certainly never let it show.
I'm having a ball. Simply a great time.
You don't fit in here, my dear.
He's not wrong.
Oh, I most certainly will not. Anything to break up the tedium of war and these endless parties. Why, you really are. Well, dear, aren't you a ray of sunshine on a rainy day?
So do I go back? Oh, I got a card for my trouble. Yeah, I guess. It's something. Medieval Mecha has been done one too many times. I don't feel like I have anything to add to it. Maybe Mecha's not the way to go. What about a story where a time traveler drops a magazine or something, and from the illustrations, the king of the land discovers what's possible, and orders his wealth to be used to industrialize and then to develop airships. Maybe.
You may approach. No, leave.
What'd I say? What'd I do wrong? Bro, you haven't got a kingdom. Everything's on fire. You live among ruins.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, child. Look at you, child. Why, you might as well be dressed. Oh, no, child. That is not how you introduce yourself in conversation. Oh, no. Heavens, no. You want just a slight bob at the end, child. It's always so unseemly when a lady goes down too far. And oh, wonderful, wonderful, yes. Perfectly wonderful. Oh, heavens, yes, I could.
I beg your pardon? I have to get trained to be a proper young lady. I can't talk to him yet. What was the famous play that's about that? About taking a commoner child and making a competition of turning her into a aristocrat.
Well, I never. Hello, darling. You're a long way from home, aren't you? No, no, darling. That's not how you address a superior. In this... There you go, darling.
It's another fetch quest. Basically. In the right order, too, apparently. Nobody minds me shooting their pots full of money. Like Zelda, you can just bust into people's homes and break their piggy bank. Nobody cares. I'm doing some good reuniting family members separated by the war. I guess I can feel good about that.
Look at you. You're the spitting image of an unskilled laborer. Child, no. You simply... It's a simple matter of respect. You're very well...
Here we go. That ought to do it. If it doesn't, I don't know what the fuck to do. Do a fucking curtsy, idiot.
You may approach. Yes. So. Oh. Well, now. Finally some respect around here. Well met, Lady Eve. What brings you to the company of the Duke, the one and only rightful ruler of Threedom today? Our old bodyguard. Oh, so what is there left to say? She protected us until... Oh, good for her. I should send her a cake. Only we haven't one to spare. No, out of the question. I have only your... All right. I, in my infinite wisdom, appetite. There is a portrait of me. Certainly, you've noticed my beauty, my handsomeness, my regal demeanor. When we split our lands after my father died, the Count took control over the old royal. In the nostalgia on the Count's land, I'm sure that we can... Well, I didn't kill him, if that's what you're asking. I found him dead, with the murder weapon still... Such impact. One of my lovely spies told me someone locked it up.
Very well, as you like. You should be able to make it back to the Count's land from here. And from there we should be able to find, I guess, half of a painting. My head is spinning. I can't keep track of all the shit I'm supposed to be doing. It's like I achieve an objective that I had forgotten about completely. Like reuniting those brothers or those fish monsters. I had no idea I was still doing that. 380. Oh, just barely. What if I find another piggy bank? So I'm heading for the Count's Land, I believe. That's a little goblin feller. Pipkins. He's adorable. I love him. I hope he comes back. I hope this is a recurring character. He's like the Yoda of this story. He's the unassuming underdog living inside of a giant pot. I love Pipkins. He's just a little pointy-eared goblin fellow. Guilty of goblinry, no doubt. I would buy a plush of Pipkins.
I'm gonna die in battle soon. Now.
We're gonna find out it was either the Queen or the Shadow Man. I bet it was the Queen. Aha! What's the meaning of this? Oh, I've got cause to trade. I don't even know where the fuck you are.
Welcome to Warriors Trading. Way better than that calm breathing, fella.
Poopa and Zupa Juice.
No, has it? Now for axe trading. Swing wide. You just murdered your friend with an axe. You're a warrior. Warriors don't think. Now we're working on our battle cries. We need to
Rah.
Finally, let's focus on our motivation. The Warriors need motivation. No, motivation's for actors. But they do need battle zone inspirations. Even wondered. That concludes war.
Huh. Well. Oh, it's an arena.
The Baroness lived atop Wild Card Hill, training ground for war, and a home to warriors. It was not a place for children. But then again, not even. But part of freedom was.
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Maddie Dix.
Sorry for the lack of commentary and focusing on not losing. I hear Manny Dex, but I don't see him. One. Give me that sword. Once I get my Dreamcast working again, I really want to do Evil Twin. I fucking told you to zap to the extreme. What does that mean to you? Lance of 4, interesting. It's a charge attack. Cool. Will I keep that weapon to the next battle? Probably not.
Well, well. Colour me impressed. Most interlopers find themselves dead long before this point. How did a child like you make it up here? A likely story. At ease, child. Well then, at ease even. Look at you. You're not even old enough to be a recruit. You're soft, aren't you? No, I suppose you're not. You're learning. But you are a lot. What can I do? Simple thing, really, but it requires complicated strategy. One or both of my brothers defeated our bodyguard and killed. Not surprised. She taught me how to win a fight. Taught me how to never surrender. No, that would be a dereliction. How is she, other than alive? Impossible! I am too busy waging and winning this. But I admire the courage. Tell you what, even, I happen to own the mighty mechanical arm that once belonged to Nish. If not, it ought this arm. It's only the most heavily who will fail. You may even die. So do. Can you defeat my... Ha! Me? Lose against a soft aesthete and a shrill maniac? Impossible. Even if they had the sense to ally. Right. A little girl controls the. If that were true, you'd be the most dangerous thing on the planet. And you would. It simply could.
Very well.
Suddenly, I think, I found him too late. The robot's long since destroyed now. The Queen of all Random had it dismantled after.
She reminds me of Babette, which was my first waifu from the Raggedy Ann and Andy musical.
The most protected treasure in the most militarized kingdom.
Watch this, idiot.
She knew it would be hard, but she also knew. Colossuses move once again, this time in favor of the Count.
She didn't see that somehow. Does that not count? Did you not witness me use the die just 2 seconds ago? I see. Still not clear. Oh, breaks the wall.
Walls up!
All right.
Look out! Walls are rising.
Can I use bombs? Does that work? Will that work? Will it let me do that? No, it won't.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
Ow. I guess that counts. Please give me 3. Yes, I have 3.
The walls rise.
Sick! I love this weapon.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
You can pretty much one-shot the smaller enemies with this. Come on. There we go.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Watch out! The Baroness now has 2 cannons. Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
bad?
Nope.
Mind went to
Fuck.
darkness there.
Shit.
This is what actually happened.
Alright, so cannonballs can almost one-shot me.
By destroying the tower. To destroy the tower, you must lead your playing piece onto the appropriate tiles in order to fire your cannons. Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
Here we go.
The walls rise.
Here we go.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Watch out! The Baroness now has 2 cannons.
Oh. So I've been watching Labyrinth lately with Jennifer Connelly and David Bowie. It's so funny how I can't be anybody other than David Bowie. But he's delightful.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
He has lots of musical sections, but they're too short. It blends a bunch of songs together. Maybe if they're longer, I'd feel they're obnoxious. I don't know. He is definitely just David Bowie, though.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Halfway there.
Alright, come on.
The walls, high.
I can do this. Watch me do it.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Take cover. The Baroness now has 3 cannons.
This ought to do it. Surely.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
It was castling shit. One more HP.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon. We're nearing the end of this ball game now. Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Are they gone? That was really fucking hairy towards the end. Nishka's mechanical arm. I guess all these things together. How many items is that? 2?
No. Impossible. You can't have it. Give it here. A clever head on those shoulders, soldier. I suppose it was a royal promise I gave you. You have a future in my militia, even. Very well. Keep the arm. And if you see Nishka, tell her, never mind. Just treat her well. She's earned that, at least.
Oh, they all care for Nishka. Oh, oh, oh!
Armed with Nishka's arm, even with all she needed to remind the old bodyguard of the Baroness, she just hoped it would be enough to change the course of this war.
I still need 2 more items, though. Unless I'm misunderstanding something. I could be. Ha! Ho! Ha! Ya! Ho! Ha! Remember doing that in Zelda? Make it sound like a fucking maniac going everywhere. I like those bomb guys, they're helpful. That didn't help at all. That never helps, so it's not useful. You know what's the most tedious game I ever enjoyed was Evo for Super Nintendo. Remember that game? Apparently the computer game it was based on was even more grindy, which is hard to imagine. I think everybody tried to get a human in that game, but it's actually really hard to do. Manidix, help me! You F-slur, for fuck's sake, help me, I'm dying. Need more health, need more health, need more health. What else I need that weapon? I hope I don't regret that. It's a little unreasonably difficult. He took like 3 hits. Over here, Dicey. Do I get to keep shields? There we go. I'm playing Evo in Computer Camp when we're supposed to be doing other things. And it was contagious. Everybody started playing it and trying to get the human. thing is, human wasn't even the best build. There was like a dragon that it was way better. Manidex, you lifted no fingers to help me, you fucker. I could have died. Some of those cost 200. Shit. Sorry. Oops. Sorry. What do you want to bet she becomes the queen at the end? Do we get a permanent sword now? Alright, so that is the king's old robot. I probably should have done that sooner, frankly.
Hello, Even. I wasn't expecting to find you here. You've done well to find me, Eve. I'm to go to the safe spot by the sword bridges. Then you're to join us, and we're to give you something, because I know, and I hope I will see you again.
Is that the ghost? I bet you that's the ghost. Look who it is.
You're burning daylight even, and I don't think I like what I see. Indeed we do. But you better. The morning's growing cold in here. Let's hope it's time.
This is gonna be the 4th part. Surely. Well, it's good, Mammoth. We're playing Lost in Random, which sounds a lot like LOL So Random, and that's kind of what the writing is like. Didn't I come from here? Is this a symmetrical tunnel? It is symmetrical, okay. That's confusing. No, wait a minute. I did get turned around. Yeah! Ho! Ha! I can't go up that way, apparently. Ho! Ha! Yeah! Ho! Ha! That connects to the Duke's domain. Find the family portrait. I still have more to do. Alright, fine. That's fair enough. If you noticed any difference in the audio quality, a certain Short Talk was so kind as to donate to the cause a proper boom mic. I was using like a Temu mic before. It would have been more parsimonious just to buy me a replacement headset, because that's what I used to use. And I still kind of used a headset, but without the mic. But I guess this is even better quality than that would be.
You have? Describe her to me. I can see what. Thank you for this. It will enhance my stratagems for sure. You have? Describe him to me. Terrific. Thank you. The more I know about him, the more that you have. Describe him to me. That's thanks. All this information helps my terrific. That's right, and it's been educational. They all seem to be.
So does that count as a completed mission? Yes. Oh, that. Yep, it does. Okay. I would have liked something better than just cards, but I'll take it. Right, the Count's domain is where I'll find. What will I find? The family portrait. Nope, can't break wood. For some reason, there doesn't seem to be a really good reason I wouldn't be able to break wood planks, but whatever. Also, doesn't seem to be a reason for this tunnel here. I'm missing something.
I love that guy.
Here we go. Hope he's sleeping.
The 3 robots out there always just destroying things.
Don't
They
care, didn't
care
ask.
for our kind, you know.
I can't talk to you? Really?
See as we step on hands.
Already did that. Somewhere, supposedly. There is a portrait. Or like half of a portrait or some shit. I see a mission marker ahead. That's a good sign. Here we go. This is where I'll find it for sure. Uh-oh. No problem. Come on, give me 3. Give me 3. Oh, come on. Really? Come on. It was a tight arena. That'll do it. I'm good now. I need a projectile weapon. Let's get the bone arrow. There we go. Did it. Fuck, I'm hungry. I want ramen. I've found actually a really good brand of pork ramen. I've tried a lot of instant ramen in my time, and most of it was fucking nasty. You get what you pay for, and you have to pay big bucks to get actual good ramen at a ramen shop, but not all instant brands are made equal. Real ones already know about Shinramune and the Korean ramen brands. Although South Koreans seem to be obsessed with having it be as spicy as possible. It's like 100 brands of super ultra spicy chicken ramen that just make... I'm getting old. My digestive system doesn't work as well as it used to, so I can't subject it to that kind of treatment. Besides, it's nasty to eat. But I found a pork one that actually produces something resembling tonkatsu broth, where it thickens it up a little bit. And it's opaque. It doesn't look like battery acid or taste like battery acid, which a lot of spicy ramens do. Return to the Duke. How do I get down? That was reasonable. That wasn't too burdensome. This is going by pretty smoothly. Nope, I'm saving. I saw some really good cards I'm saving for. Oops.
And it's getting colder. Maybe I can lead you.
I passed a piggy bank. Where is it? There it is. Gotta keep your eye out for these things. You want to save up enough coin to get any real cards to speak of. Which way to the Duke? Duke Nukem. Here we go. That's convenient.
Oh, is that what I think it is? Yes, yes, this is the piece. And don't I look dashing? It was my pre-wig period, mind you. But, well, I suppose I... Here, have this worthless thing. Worth a fortune to a commoner like you, and I'll hardly notice its absence. And don't let anyone say the nobility is...
With a memento of the Duke in her hands.
Aww.
Then was one step closer to being able to trigger Nishka's memories of that faithful...
That's all 4 items, isn't it? Is it not? I still have a sister I haven't helped. Not my sister, one of the triplets. Among the teapots. Where's the fat guy? Where's the fast travel man? Duke seems a alright guy. He's a jovial fellow. He likes to eat, but you know what? I'm gonna hot take incoming. I think I know fat positivity is toxic because it deludes people about the health impacts of obesity, but I also don't really believe in making fun of people for being fat because food is one of the great joys of life. It's one of the primal things that makes us happy to be alive. And you don't make fun of somebody if their joy in life is movies. Because it doesn't change their body. You don't make fun of someone if their joy in life is kayaking or anything else. What if their joy is eating? Must they also go to the gym constantly for every spoonful to eat in order to keep their body in shape so that they don't get fucking ridiculed by you? I always thought if a guy loves food and that's what is his favorite thing in life, then that's his business. That's at least understandable to me. You know what I'm saying? There are ways you can make it more palatable by playing it up and being self-aware that you're fat and not being it's only a curse if you're embarrassed by it. If you're not embarrassed by it and you own it, you can embody the Dionysian archetype. You can live it up and everyone will celebrate you for it. Less so if you're a woman, which admittedly is unfair. How the fuck do I get out of this maze? I need to get back to Nishka. Return to Nishka. And the teapots. I don't remember any teapots. It's also got the style of a Blinks. You know what I'm saying, though? People call themselves foodies nowadays. It's okay to just say you love to eat delicious food. That's completely normal. There should be nothing embarrassing about that. It's only when people act like their ego is injured. I guess if you have a childhood of being made fun of because you're fat, then it's a weak point for you. It doesn't have to be. Men love another fat man because he represents like how they wish they could live. They wish that they could let themselves go and just indulge in the hedonistic pleasures of life. If I was a fat guy, I would wear nothing but flip-flops and Hawaiian shirts. It seems like it'd be really fun to be fat as long as you weren't stuck that way. I guess therein lies the rub. Like, your whole body's a pillow. It seems like it'd be easy to get comfy. Surely she is where I should be looking for... Where should I be looking for teapots?
Even noticed her small companion looked like he had something he wanted to say.
Is that good or bad? Would I have gotten a reward card for that if I'd answered correctly? I did push the button too fast.
What were we talking about again? That finger. It reminds me. I'm afraid it's gone. What were we talking about again? Oh, that portrait of the children. I can't remember. What were we talking about again? My arm. I remember. I wore this. It's gone. It's gone. What were we talking about again? By the dice maker. It's on the tip of my tongue, and then it's... Please, even, bring me more artifacts. They each help, but together, I'm sure... What were we talking about again? Yes, even, you've done it. I remember everything.
I might never complete the side missions. I guess I'm okay with that.
Which one of you pranksters rang the bell? I knew it was a trap! Assassins! Oh, shush, children!
You're alive.
You should all be ashamed
To have disgraced your father's beloved freedom so, and how proud he was of you. But bloody this is just not how he raised you. Listen. I was there that doomed night when your father was murdered.
And Mishka the bodyguard recounted vividly what had happened that night. It was a tale of a god lady gone awry, of a blade against mechanical arm, and of a cold-blooded murder.
I was going to roll my dice, but that's how fights were done in those days. But this murderer didn't play by the rules. My trusty arm was cut off. I returned the favor and tore off the perpetrator's finger. And that perpetrator was the Shadow Man.
I knew it!
Bernie! Oh, hey, even here you are.
I should have been there to guide you all. I went mad with guilt for failing your father, and I ran away. I am so sorry. And it appears that this war might have been for naught.
This war was all because you three never talked to each other? You people are the worst!
Well, that ties up everything in a neat little bow. Although I don't get the rewards for completing the side quests, which will haunt
Thanks
me.
for the outfit, Bernie. You think you'll be okay now?
Sure thing. I can find my way home to One Cross with my eyes closed. Easy peasy.
Don't worry, Even. I'll make sure he gets home. And good luck to you. I'm not good at goodbyes.
Say hi to Odd. Oh, I almost forgot. You like pips, right? This is all that was left of Mr. Shady when you proved him. Weird, huh?
Oh, thank you. Hey guys. All right. Here goes nothing.
Can I go back? I can't go back. So I can never complete those other missions. Shit, I should have done them first.
Hey, Even. Aw, heck. I just found it in there. I figured it might do something cool and some... I wish I had. Well, I mean, no, I don't wish I had. Because being a Sixer is supposed to be magical, but that nanny... I'm sorry, Even. It's been a crazy day. I just want to go home. Sure, I'll go. I just hope your dad isn't still mad at me for breaking that teapot. Well, then he won't be mad at me at all. Okay, then. Oh, man. Fine. I'll tell him. Well, Even? Before I go, after all, she's a great puncher. I just want to be a kid again. I don't want to have to worry about people. Bye.
Fair enough. You live in a nightmare world. We all do. So I guess... Can I go backwards? It looks like I can. Looks like I can go backwards. I wonder if that'll break the scripting. Among the teapots. What teapots would those be?
So much haste in someone so welcome to the warrior's meditation. It's much calmer than the greed to begin. Stretch your arm. Excellent. Now. Exhale. All excellent. Now. Stand on one foot and excellent. You are now a trained and centered warrior. Ready? I simply cannot stress no further question.
And what did you learn? Then you have found the truth.
There we go. We have one more quest. We need to find teapots. Is that a teapot?
Even... Did you... forget
I already released you. This is out of order.
She's not coming. Because from where
I think I broke the order.
Hello, Even. Poor Even. But it's okay. I know you, Even. You understand me, don't... My sisters. I've been looking for them too.
There we go. Now I just gotta go to the sword bridge. I bet you they're dead. Bet you that it's the ghost. That would be narratively correct.
Hello, Even. Even now, you don't dare ask the question you most want answered, Even. It's okay. We all work within the systems we're trapped in. I thank you for your help. You found us and helped us, and nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry, Even. I know this isn't the ending you wanted. I know I'm broken. I know I can't be fixed. But now, I can rest. For what it's worth, I hope you find Odd Even. And when you do, I hope she's not like me. Even. There are 3 heads you need to be careful of, but they're not the triplets you think they are. You have so much pain ahead of you. I promised you a gift. But this is all I can give you. A dead girl, hoping with all her heart that your lost sister won't share her fate.
Huh. Cool. Guess that's all the missions. I'm glad I went back and didn't skip it. That's kind of meaningful, given that I think that's the ghost who's been helping me all this time. What up, Nishka?
There you are. Ah, the real shame was that I was lost for so long. But you found me even. And the war that's torn apart this family is finally over. You did good even, but you need to move on. I have the feeling other people need you. And down below, what did you say your name was, little girl? I'm just having some fun with you, even.
I don't know if she is. Up we go.
Dorothy, wait!
What could go wrong? Don't think about it, just go in there. It's in the script. I'm glad it gave you a chance to go back, although that was weird that one of the cutscenes was out of order because of it. I broke continuity. So we're never gonna go see 4-Town or 5-Town, huh? Guess she's kind of androgynous. They could mistake her. Look at that style and outfit. Wow, this is much bigger on the inside than it was on the outside.
Oh, I didn't think it was possible, but I ate too much candy.
I think the queen has a tragic backstory where her child died or something, so she collects children to fill a hole in her heart. That would be narratively correct.
I'm scared. My dad told me not to talk to strangers.
You're stranger than I am. Indeed, boo boo what? Indeed. Oh, I'm controlling Dicey. Oh, I love it. It's the first time this has happened. Cool. Look at this little area down here. Seems like it'd be cozy. What do you think about the discourse on X about men wearing backpacks? I'm clearly very pro backpack. Given that I have solar backpack.
Your house of cards will never fall down when you've built it with Manny's help.
415. Wow. Oh. Oh well.
Puppies, kittens, rainbows, puppies on rainbows with kittens. Yes! Oh yes, that's a very happy thought. Thank you. If I fill my head with happy thoughts, there will be no room for sad thoughts about reality. My mom taught me that back in Fort Town. She grew up during the war.
Are we gonna see Fort Town?
I miss her so much. I thought this would be fun. But lemonade on a hot day, getting tucked into bed, a nice warm blanket on a cold night. That makes me feel a bit better. Do you have any happy thoughts? Things being better forever. That's happy.
Little corny. That's fine.
I heard they have unicorn ponies in Sixtown.
What are you doing here? What does it look like? I'm Nanny Fortuna's favourite, so I'm the most important kid. Yes, it is good for me. I always knew I was a sixer, and finally, the rest of the world is acting like it.
Temporarily embarrassed
Some of the
millionaire.
kids here, you could put them in a sixer uniform, but you can't change who they are. And wait a minute, Even, it's me, Lucky from One Town. What are you doing here? From what? We're gonna be sixers even. For real? Wait a second. You're not even 12 yet. You're too young to be here. You're an No, you listen, Even. I roll the quince dice to get here. I'm
Uh-oh.
What now? Dice? Impossible. The Queen destroyed them all. Where did you find that? Tell me.
No, you tell me where my sister is, you witch!
Oh! You're Odd's sister, aren't you?
Great animation. Oh, it's a boss fight. BRB, time to take a piss. Time to take a piss. I'm getting into the story now, and now there's more gameplay to be had. I'm enjoying myself quite a bit. Oops. How do I hurt her?
You're just a one-up. No one's gonna miss you. Nanny's gonna crush you under her shadow. Little girls who shouldn't have dice, Nanny's gonna make you pay the price.
Well, you shouldn't be gambling at that age, certainly.
Here, take my hand. This is for your own good, Warner.
Of course I survive. Did she think the queen wanted me dead? Because the queen very much did not want me dead. She wanted me captured. She's getting her butthole diddled now. Punitively. That's not the fun kind. She's getting P-Diddy'd. Man, when the news first broke about Diddy and his Diddy parties, the fucking DiddyCon raping memes were sublime. There are some memes where you have to be there in the moment while it's happening.
Both alike in dignity.
But within one lies dark malignity.
Am I going to become the queen? Am I evil? That would be narratively correct.
Fun and games till one is gone. Some creeping darkness neatly smooth.
Fucking Jabberjaw animations. Like a sock puppet. So I mowed the lawn today using a battery mower. That thing makes it easy peasy. The robots aren't really good enough yet unless you have a very flat lawn and it's a straight shot. Also one contiguous long lawn, which is not what I'm working with. The battery mowers, you don't got a pull start though. You just push a button and they come to life. That plus my solar sun hat makes mowing and neck fan makes mowing the lawn a breeze. Where am I? What's happening?
I don't think I can do this.
You can, and you will. The sacrifice is necessary.
But I don't want to.
The dice demands it. Sometimes we must set aside what we want
Come on, cat.
in order to get what we need. Push her over, Odd. Push her over. Or I'll let the dice decide whether you should take her place.
Come here.
Odd, please. I'm sorry I was mean to you. And your sister. Odd, please, you can't do this. You can't.
You're running out of time, Odd.
Oh, they're gonna make me fight my sister, aren't they? That would be even more narratively correct.
Odd. Odd.
She's being groomed.
Why did you do?
This is not real.
Dicey.
Even knew she had to find her missing friend. She gathered her courage, squared her shoulders, and
I just want to go home.
and realized that she just wanted to go home. Oh, but home was very far away. She had no idea how to get there.
Are you giving up already? After everything you've been through? I can't run. This is a walk and talk section. Come on, cat. Jump on my lap. Get your little noggin rubbed. You want your little walnut brain scratched? Your fuzzy little kiwi head? Come here. Come here, little gremlin. Both paths look bad to me. Again, I can't run. I feel very little for this character. So it's not as emotionally resonant as it should be. Aw. Yes, I do feel a little bit bad.
Dicey. Hello?
What's in there?
Dicey, are you in there?
Uh-oh. Oh, it's a stealth section. Alright. Now I can run. Guess you have to have a time when the hero's down and out. It looks like all is lost. In order to spice the story up for the emotional climax where they are triumphant regardless. My brain. Dead. Double dead. Maybe quadruple dead. An unprecedented combo. Nope. Alive.
Even found herself approaching the edge of Forberg.
Oh, we are going to Forberg. I thought we were just I thought they got tired of making the game.
The Queen had torn it to pieces during the war, years ago, in her mad search for something. No trace of it at all. The ruined and lifeless stones, shrouded in fog, lost to memory.
I guess that's one way to avoid making another expensive exposition and animation heavy section. That's a damn theme park.
An impossible vision. Something she could scarcely believe.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Built fort town, squatting by the ruins of what came before. A city without history, but who called it home?
Looks like Pleasure Island from Pinocchio. I still have to figure out how to get my hero party in my novel to transition organically from winning the Battle of Crater Town to growing to encountering the final demon somehow, the one that started everything that they've been hunting this entire time. I don't know how they having it just run by and like, hey, look, there it is. That's not a resonant direction for the plot to go.
Prove it. Ain't no laws in
Come on, show me what you got, what you got.
Someone told me Formers are a real dog.
I'm a teacher. It's your first lesson.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, Forbergers and foreigners, I present to you for the first time on the casino main stage, a real live dice. What manner of destruction will it unleash upon these fighting grounds? What moons and worms will it tear asunder as its true power is finally unleashed?
Looks like Nanny Fortuna.
Only one way to find out.
Same species, I guess.
When I roll them bones. Why isn't it doing anything? Come on, give it a kick. Worthless.
Dicey! I'm not leaving here.
Oh, my little friend.
Leave him alone. This dice is under my protection.
Well, a fine job you've been doing of it too. But I am always something.
Oh, it's an arena section. This is giving me ideas that I could rip off. It's an arena.
Gentlemen, the death match is about to begin. Place your bets on the victor, but the smart money's on me.
This one. This one. This one.
You win, you get the dice, but when you lose, I get you both. That's life in former Kent. How's it feel to be playing dice with death, kid?
Stop taunting me!
No, yes. I sure would have liked a better weapon.
Ooh, you're not doing so good.
Real money! Shut up!
You're not a challenge. You're a joke.
We'll see about that. Once I unlock some of these. Yeah, like this one right here.
You're out of your league, kid.
You're out of your mind!
I really thought you'd put up more of a fight. This is almost too easy.
I'm 11!
This should be easy, actually.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that this wasn't even a dice after all. What we have here is just a broken old jack-in-the-box.
He's mine! Give him back!
You want this garbage back?
Yes! And he's not garbage!
Go get it.
Dicey! Dicey! Oh no! No, no, no! Dicey!
What are,
Oh,
they're like bioweapons from Panzer Dragoon.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get you hurt. I should have never put you in danger. We don't belong here. I just want to go home.
Did someone say smuggle me home?
Who's this F gentleman?
Because you, little lady, are in the presence of Ludo Betts, the greatest person.
That's human trafficking, bro. Don't admit to that.
You trust me, right?
Smuggler, runner, pirate, pathfinder, it's all the same thing, just with a different coat of paint. And I'm the best there is at doing it. You see, I've got my bag. Top of the line, nothing so fine, purely benign. It's bigger on the inside. Me and my brother can fit in it. My brother, Bruno, I lost him to the high roller, who I'm betting you know. We gambled, we lost, and now he owns him. And you... Oh, I'm sketchy, because you're the one who dropped into this. Look, the high roller seems all high and mighty, but he's got a weakness. It's in his name, Roller High, and you're gonna let that stand. Take revenge, fix your dice, and beat the high roller.
Even had no idea where she could find more dots for her dice.
Wasn't I being followed by them?
To exploring. It had gotten her this far at least, which, if we're being precise, is to a point where she no longer wanted to explore. Look, life's complicated sometimes.
Oh, there, stranger. I've played enough times in my time to see that you can. Don't we all, stranger? You know.
And mashed potatoes Johnson.
Back when I traveled the 6 wards, singing for my supper, and every night as I took in the applause. But now, of course, I figure I didn't actually want to go. Not a blessed thing. I refused to play for him, and he smashed my fingers up real nice, so I couldn't play for anyone. But he's nothing. Did you know the foreman's a relative of Nanny Fortuna? That's how come he can keep himself out of jail despite all the heretical dice rolling around here. Well, it figures it runs the family friend. But, well, would you look at that? I haven't seen one of your kind in years. Quite the job. I have no doubt that you will, Stretch. You think all that power would make the foreman happy. And yet, in the middle of it all, there's a small little... The world's got its fair share of horror, but beauty too. And we just have to do the best we can with it. Nah, shucks. An old man like me gets a lucky guess once in a while. Not even the form.
Oh, it was a nice moment of fellowship and kindness.
That's somebody I know, like the Ghost or some shit. I recognize some of these. They sure reused models a lot.
And I got trapped here in Forberg Square, no hope for me to see. My family all just up and left, but me I could not leave. So now I'll sing it by myself, my heart upon my sleeve. Oh, Fortuna, don't you come for me. I came from one town village with my family along with me. Well, I came from one town village with my family along with me.
Look, Four Town may have its problems, but it's better than where I came from. It is better, right?
That's like libertarian utopia. Except there's fewer squatters than I would expect.
I can't believe Foreman ripped me off. And seconds before I was going to rip him off first.
I wrote it off too soon. There actually is apparently going to be 6 fully fleshed out areas. Although I still think it's a valid criticism that they reuse NPC models with a little bit of sprucing up. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. Oof. Can I talk to this fellow?
Vigilante for hire. Freelance police for hire. Raconteur for hire. Freelance vigilante raconteur for hire.
Yeah, it'll sound good to me. This is kind of what Crane City's like in my story.
Any good ghost stories lately?
I've got cars to trade. Don't you want to find some?
I think there's some people here who don't care about that, Dicey. I think there's some people here who don't care about anything.
Here we go. If I can get down there. I haven't really been checking out what these are good for. Storybook pages.
A long time ago in Random, dice were everywhere, and you used to decide everything, wondering what to wear, what to create. When they were ready, or when they were brave enough, the most courageous in Random would embark on a great adventure, making their way to the...
Gotcha.
Life was insane and beautiful, a glorious mess. Those who wielded dice would challenge each other in grand board game tournaments to win favor from the king or queen, or even just each other. The rules were what? But no game lasts forever, and there came a day when some of Random's grandest champions found themselves hungering weirdly for challenges more...
Gotcha.
But defeat comes even to the gifted, and its unfamiliarity leads to wounds even deeper than those experienced by most.
Right. Have I missed any yet? I wonder. This makes me want to go back and get it. Oh.
Look, Four Town may have its problems, but it's...
I want to find a little gremlin feller.
I came here to escape having to work on the... You don't look like you're from around here. Good eye. I'm from Two Town. I came here to escape having to work on the Upside Down. Not sure if it was worth it, but... it's too late now. Say what? Say what now? I can't believe this. This is terrific. Finally, some good news in this loathsome ruin of a city crouching beside an even more loathsome, even more ruined city. That's right. I never acclimatized to Four Town. And Loud One is here to celebrate. Woo! I'm gonna head back tomorrow.
Woo!
Kiddo, take this. I never had use for it, but maybe you will. See you around, kiddo.
Sick. A better bow, basically. Which I have needed for a while now. I'm liking this. This is cool.
Hey, you want to hear the saddest story in the world?
No, why would I want to?
Okay, so there's this baby. No, you're telling it wrong. It's not just a baby. It's a duck.
A duckling.
A duck baby. And the duck baby gets stuck in a hole and gets turned into a spider. And then he dies. Later on, he comes back to life, only to die again. Exactly! My brother told me this story, and he cried. Then, my friend told the story, and I cried. Now we're telling you the story, and you're gonna cry. Okay, you better, or the zombie duck will come for you.
Oh shit. Not the zombie duck. Plenty of coins to be had in this town. I'm getting richer than I've ever have been. Am I to intuit that this is where the combat starts getting more serious? And accordingly, they're giving me more money to buy cards with?
There. All hope ain't lost. Might I stop? Shh. Someone's here. Good. She'll help. Speculating. Never again, she says. Where the average amount into. Wagering on what the future. Not too little. Same as everyone else. Yeah, that's right. You're an innocent kid. With a card. For speculation. You're all right. I'm trying to make an honestly depressing.
Alright, I think I understand. It's another one of these. I didn't give them enough credit. I thought that they were going to skip straight to Six Town or Sixtopia or whatever. Looks like there's going to be 6 fully featured environments in the game, or at least 5. I anticipate 6 being the last boss. This is a content-rich game. This is a long game with a lot going on. Nope, already did that. Very beautiful, very interesting game with mostly okay writing. It's a little bit, it's a little bit corny.
Perfect. I collect those stories, you know. So, tell me the story of this ghost. Oh, amazing. Why, listen. You come across any other spooky stories you... Ancient spirits that come out of your head to fight in battles? Right. Not bad, little fella, but come on. I want real ghost stories. Oh, I can pay too. I'll pay a child for ghosts. Heard any good ghost stories lately? Go on. Children are both more likely to see a ghost and more likely to be completely terrified by their encounter. I see. And? Do they, you know, not come? Well, that is technically a ghost story then, and, well, heard any good ghost stories lately? Oh, listen.
I guess that is my business. I do tell spooky stories. Maybe I can use ideas from this. Maybe there should be a amusement. No, they've already been an amusement park. Never mind. Maybe there should be some kind of City of Vices. No, they've already done that. Crane City. Shit, I can't use it. I want there to be some additional meaningful arc before the end, where I get, now that Taryn and Kyrie are a couple, spoilers, their loyalty to one another is tested and vindicated. I don't know how to make that happen, though. I really need to be done with writing this book, but I also don't want to hurry it and miss out on any good potential ideas. If I can fuse that together organically with some kind of event by which they encounter the last demon, by which I mean War Robot. I have to think on this one. I'll probably eat some mushrooms. I think we're done for tonight. Maybe it'll come to me in a dream. Alright, get ready. Y'all ready for a raid? You never know who it's going to be. It's like Russian roulette. Maybe that's not the best comparison. It's like good Russian roulette. I guess that's just regular roulette. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's American roulette. Thank you all for joining me. Get at me again on Wednesday. Same ham time, same ham channel. At 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time, 11 o'clock p.m. or more often 10:30 nowadays. This is your friendly neighbor and it's on Afro Training Unity. Regularly scheduled raid. Who's it going to be? Short Talk. Surprise us. Don't disappoint us. I'll cry, scream, and shit myself. And yourself. Take you down with me.